Hi guys, welcome back. Today is a video I've been really excited about doing. You may not have heard of this brand. I hadn't heard of them before. It is Uspicy. This amazing box is what I'm going to be talking about today. This is a set of 10 oval brushes, also known as the toothbrush set. These brushes are just absolutely divine. Now, I got these at auction for £5. I had never heard of the brand. You can get a full-sized set of these as well, a different brand, for under £10. I saw this at auction, something about it caught my eye. Couldn't even tell you what it was, but there was just something about it that I thought, I need to have that. So I put a bid in. I was the only bidder. I got it for £5. Once it arrived and I felt the brushes, I mean that was on eBay auction, so once I got the brushes I was like, those are really nice and they feel really good quality. So I had a little Google of them. There wasn't a lot of information. So these brushes, it turns out they were imported from America. These brushes average out at about $40. I don't know what that is in Great British pounds, unfortunately, but I believe there's only a couple of digits different between the dollar and the pound. So I managed to find out a little bit of information about the product on Google, and the description it gives is, for the essential beauty experience, look no further than Uspicy. Professional 10-piece makeup brush set following a familiar toothbrush inspired design with high quality synthetic hairs. Each brush can expertly hold powder, making it easier. I thought that was just a quick to the end of that, makes it easier. That was really all that I could find about these brushes, and I'm going to be trying them today. And I've been waiting for the right time to do this video, and today is the day. So I won't be using every single brush in this, but I will be using the foundation brush. I'm going to be trying the contour brush, and we'll see how we go from there. So I have used this style of brush before, only in a foundation brush, when they sort of first came out and they were really popular. I'm knocking everything off the table now. I don't have enough space because I've got my tables filled with product. So when I tried the foundation version of this, I loved it. My mum now has that brush and I believe she really likes it too. For primer, I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Mattifying Primer. I used this the other day and I quite liked it. I think this is quite a good base for today's look. And then we'll get the foundation on. I'm using my Maybelline Super Stay foundation in the shade Ivory, seeing as we're getting a bit of a tan. All the dogs are barking because the postman's doing his rounds. So I found using this primer for the first time the other day, it is not extremely mattifying. I would say it's quite a natural finish personally. And I was really puffy this morning when I woke up. I wasn't feeling particularly great. My face was really puffy and I'm really shiny as well, and it's so hot today and it feels muggy in the air. Not nice. So for foundation, I'm going in with the second largest brush. These brushes don't have numbers, they don't have names, it does come with a little book. Tells you what you can use the brushes for. So I've given my foundation a good shake. One thing I always like to do before I use a liquid, I like to shake it. So this, with it being a bigger brush, should make the application a lot faster. Knocking my mirror over it again. Stay. So I'm just dabbing that brush in. I've got a wee bit of product. So, oval brushes I have always liked. What's strange about this one is the handle feels very, very flexible. And I also think when you use an oval brush, these are strange, you get a more natural look and they blend out really, really well. And because they are dome shaped, they're not flat, they are great for doing around the eyes and the nose. The only thing I think that would take me a while to get used to this particular brand is the flexibility of that handle. I've never had that in a brush before, so I'm finding that really, really strange. But it's so dense and it feels lovely. These are really soft, dense fibres. Now you can get these popping up now and again on eBay and Amazon, and they're available in the UK. It's something that I got this from the UK, and I think it's just something that you need to keep your eye out for when it is available, or get them from America. However, when I was looking to see if I could get them readily from America, a lot of the sellers weren't shipping to the UK, and I think that's just because of the lockdown. I didn't need any more makeup brushes, and I actually have another full set of brushes coming this week that I'll be doing a video on. But I think we go with products that actually have reviews. So I don't think you get as full a coverage with these brushes in comparison to a flat top brush or a kabuki brush, but I think the finish of this is really nice and natural. And I think if you used, say, a very glowy dewy primer under this, I think these brushes would be great in letting that shine through your foundation. I think the only reason this has took me a little bit longer is because I really find it hard to hold on to the handle of this brush. But that's the foundation, that's probably as full coverage as it's going to go using this method. I would also like to say, if like me you like to wash your makeup brushes after every use, with these, I don't know if all oval brushes are the same, but with this particular one you really want to lay off the washing, and you need to be really, really gentle when washing them, or you will reduce their lifespan. And it tells you that in the booklet, it tells you how to look after them. So next I'm going to do my eyes, and I'll be using the oval brush set for the eyes. So I will be using if I can get it out of the packaging, I'm going to be using this very narrow defining brush and this round top one. I think as well, I think I might use this other shorter narrow one for applying it, and for eyeshadow I'm going to be using the Cool Suede palette from Primark. This was £8. These are the shades. I find that what you see here isn't exactly the same as the shadows inside. Maybe you'll agree. This is how they look on the inside. I just think they look far brighter on this than what they actually do. This isn't an intensely pigmented palette. It's quite nice, highly recommend it if you're really new to blending out eyeshadows. This is a really forgiving palette. So I'm going to be using all these colours here, all in this line, and I'm just going to be doing a really gentle, soft eye look. And to begin with, I'm going to use this colour here, and I'm going to use that all over my lid and up into my crease. Let's hold this little brush. Oh, now I would say, that again is going to take a wee bit of getting used to, but I would say that really picks up the product. Feels really strange because normally I have totally different brushes for doing eyeshadow, but I would say that is given a really nice amount of product to the eye. This is a slightly shimmery colour, but it's a really nice pink. I am pleasantly surprised. It's definitely taken some getting used to because this is quite a short brush. Again, really small handle. I personally really like chunky handles. I find them far easier to hold. Really happy, and it's also taking a wee bit getting used to using this brush. So for my crease colour, or to use as a transition shade, I'm going into this. I don't know how you would describe that colour. It's like very warm orange, and I'm using the little dome round top brush. Oh, so strange. As I said, these are really dense brushes, and this video is not sponsored. As I said, I bought this at auction with my own money. So very strange, but I do like the precision that you get, and because your hand's not here, you can really see what you're actually doing, which is nice. It is really so precise. But you see how it's just warming up that inner crease, and it's just a transition shade to help blend out the deeper colours we're going to go in with. I am really impressed these brushes can pick up that amount of pigment. Don't know if I would say you could do a full out smoky eye with them because they're so dense. You don't really have that fluffy brush, but I think maybe using something like this might help you blend out a little easier. But I'm quite liking this. It's just something different as well. So I'm going to try blending the edges out a little with this. That's easier actually, a lot easier. And again, very precise. I'm liking this very much. So now I'm going to go in with this brownie colour here, and I'm going to be focusing that on the outer corners. See, because this is so precise, You can really get it in that corner. And then blend it with that brush as well. This is pretty awesome. I think I'm getting the hang of this now. It's really brought that Primark palette to life. It really has, because I really did like the colours in that palette, but the pigment just wasn't there. But you see how it's darkening up that outer edge, really bringing a nice soft focus to the eye look without being too much. And obviously this is just to make me feel good whilst I watch TV. I am super impressed. I do feel sorry for my partner, because in this room is just filled with boxes and bags and trays of makeup, skincare, everything, and every time he walks in there's another bag or another box. There's always something new coming, and I'm always having to order more storage. I have new stuff arriving throughout this week. Some of it did arrive today and I cannot wait to use it at all. Cannot wait. I have went daft on skincare just now. Excuse me, I went absolutely crazy on skincare just now because my skin had been so dry and irritated, and just, it didn't matter what shower gel I used, my skin just was so dry and dull and itchy, and it would burn whenever I moved, and then I'd end up with this broken skin where it had just obviously been really drying out, and I found a way around it. It's far better on my skin and doesn't mean I need to stand for hours putting body creams and lotions and oils on. And if you want to know how I get my skin nice and dewy and glowy and healthy, let me know and I'll do a nice separate video on what I've been using. I am so impressed with these brushes, so impressed. Now I'm going to go back in with the shorter version of that brush because I really want to concentrate this product right on the outer corner. I'm going in with this shade here. Does it tell me what it's called? No, it doesn't. It's not black, it's like a very deep coppery brown, and this is a safer shade than black. I love using black in my eye looks, however there is a black in this palette, but I think it would just be too harsh for this softer eye look, and I just really want to focus it on that outer corner, just to really deepen it up. Did you see how it really just deepens it up and it gives it that really smoked out look? I will go back in and blend it, it's not getting left like that. But do you see how it just deepens that eye up? And obviously if I was using my normal brushes this wouldn't take long at all. It's like I'm learning. But I think the control you get with these brushes is really something special. I think I'm certainly going to take to practicing with these. I think especially if you were new to doing these types of eye looks and using intense colours, I think these would be a great help to you. And I'm just slightly taking that into that crease. Not up onto the brow bone, just into the crease. And again, with the shape of this brush, it just fits perfectly in there. Oh, I like that. must be like my 10th cut by now. Going back in with a little dome brush just to help blend that out really lightly on the edges. I don't want to shift that product too much. I want it mainly concentrating in that outer corner. These brushes are superb. They really are. That is just so effortlessly easy. There we go. I think that's really done nicely. I think that's really nice. Nice. The heat. It's the heat. That's what's getting the blame at today. Just help me. I think that was just really easy. Obviously it's taking a wee bit getting used to using that totally different way of holding a brush, but I do highly recommend that. Oh, the description wasn't lying. Oh, you spicy. So warm, so warm. So next I'm going to curl my lashes very quickly. I'm going to put my mascara on. I'm not wearing eyeliner today, and I'll come back and we'll finish the look. And we're back. So mascara is done. I don't have any fake lashes on. If you don't know which mascara I have used, you are obviously not subscribed. But it's the same mascara, the L'Oreal's Paradise Extatic, my absolute favourite mascara ever. I'm just getting a couple more brushes out. I'm going to do my contour. For contour I'm going to start with, and I'm going to use this. This is like the bigger version of the one that we used for blending that eyeshadow. So I'm going in with my Rimmel London Golden Bronze Sculpting Palette. This is the contour shade. I'm just going to tap my brush into that, and because these brushes are so dense, I don't want to get too much product in there. So, oh, so precise. I just hope that blends out well. You can really feel your cheekbone with this. You can really feel it. Normally I would use my flat top contour brush from Primark, and it's pretty steady, and I'm so used to it for where it applies my product that using something like this where it's more freehand is strange. Just going to try blending it out with this brush, because the others I feel they're going to disrupt the foundation underneath because they're a lot denser and larger, whereas I think this might be the best apply and blend. And it really did pick up that product. This is probably heavier in contour than I would normally go. Done a nice job of blending it out, but I think for future I will certainly go lighter. So they do pick up pigment really well. Struggling to find how I want to blend these out now, because I don't want to bring them too far down the face, or it's going to make my face look droopy, whereas I want it to look chiselled and lifted. I would say using this brush has been harder to blend out around the cheeks. I'm going to use this. This is what I'm using for my blush. I'm just going to see if it can blend this out. I'm just worried that it's going to move my foundation. Normally to blend this out I like to use a really fluffy powder brush. My face has went red on that side. So it's done a nice enough job. You can still see with the foundation going on a lot thinner, you can obviously still see my pigmentation through it, but I'm still quite happy with that. I feel I look quite radiant and healthy. I would happily go out in this. Just feel like this looks really harsh. But I am still quite pleased with how these products have went on using this. It's been really nice having a different way to apply all my makeup products, especially the eyeshadow, because eyeshadows it's generally just all the same standard types of brushes. For blush, I'm going into my Master Blush palette and I'm going to be using this shade here because I am worried if I go into those two it's really going to pick up the product, and I'm just lightly tapping, very lightly. Oh, that's pretty. Certainly does pick up that pigment like it did for the eyeshadows. It's a bit harder. Normally I would never use a dense brush for blush. I like my blush light, or as light as I can possibly get it. I was going to use a cream blush, but I decided to be able to use these brushes I would use a powder. That is quite pretty though. Get any of that excess off. But you can just buy a foundation brush like this on its own for about £2. You don't need the full set. But it is nice for a change and for options. But it did quite a good job of putting that blush on. But I would say go easy with your pigments. And I'm going to use the very small round brush for the highlight. And I'll be using the highlight in my Master Blush palette, which is this one here. And again, go so lightly. So you're going to look like glass. I'm going to go on my brow first. I find these are slightly tuggy on the skin. Just because they are so dense. So strange. Really like to bring out that Cupid's bow. I feel it's not overly doing the highlight, but it's really precise. very precise. So I'm going to put some lippy on and we'll come back and we'll discuss the general rule on the brushes. So lipsticks on, I actually went with a gloss. It's a Technic gloss in the shade Babe. I'm pretty sure that is a similar name to the one that I used yesterday, which was a very nice, beautiful baby pink. This is a lot more pinky, virgin on red, and it's really shimmery. This came in a set. So overall, I really like the brushes. I think they're going to take a little bit of getting used to because for years I have used standard brushes. I really like the natural effect it gave my foundation. I think it's going to work a bit better with my Fora foundation and I think it's maybe going to work better with foundations that are not as matte. But I am impressed. I really enjoyed using something different to apply my makeup. I think it done a great job with the eyes. I think it picked up a lot of product and it really just put it on really well. I think it could be really quick for when you're used to the brushes. I highly recommend them. So overall, I am really happy. Thank you so much for joining me again today. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, like the video, comment below, let me know you've been here, and I will see you again soon. Thanks guys, have a lovely day, bye.